right, good morning, YouTube. Yesterday, while I was at the office, Ministry Revealed came out with a video. It's 3 hours long. I listened to the first 45 minutes. I'm sitting there listening, and we own a small business. Me and my wife, my kids work there. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I hear something. My wife sees me, she's like, "Are you okay? Is everything fine?" Because my mouth dropped open, my face went flush. I about jumped out of my skin. And what he was alluding to was the 3 days that Jesus spent in the grave. Let me say something first. The reason we know the end is here, and we're almost at it, is it going to happen today? I don't know. Is it going to happen next week? Next month? I'm not sure. But the reason we know is because God told Daniel to seal up the book for the time of the end. That knowledge will be increased at the end. And we're there. And Ministry Revealed has discovered that Matthew, Mark, and Luke are written to 3 different groups of people. The bride goes into the third heaven. The tribulation saints and Jews that go into paradise. And then the final group that did not receive the mark of the beast watches the holy city set down, or will be, and we'll come back and fight evil and get rid of evil and live happily, well, for 1,000 years anyway, where Satan will be loosed again. But I was sitting there, and he got to this point, and I have wanted to know the answer to this for so long, and he really does peel the layers of the Bible back like I've never seen anybody do. And he says this, and I just jumped up, and my mouth fell open, and I drove home as quickly as I could. I think I even made a video on my way home. Yeah, the goat, it got really sick. One of them passed away, and the other one, the vet was able to save it, and it's fine now. She likes animals. Boy, does she like animals. Anyway, when I was younger, I learned a lesson. You want to hear God speak to you? Read the Bible. If you want to ask God a question, ask it. Just ask it, and then go through the Bible with your question, and He'll answer them. He'll answer every single question you have. It saves time. Like if you read the Bible, think up a bunch of questions you want to ask God, and as you read through the Bible every single day, think of all these questions that you have, and they'll jump right out of the pages on to you, and you'll have your answer. So I asked the question to God a long time ago, because I heard this taught a long time ago, and it has been in the back of my mind forever, and it was, Jesus paid for the sins of the world before the creation. And I have all these answers right here. That's what I did. I asked the question, and I got all my answers. And I went through very quickly this morning. I need to do a better study, but 2 Timothy 1 through 9, mostly in 9, Jesus paid before the foundations of the world. Jude 9 through 12. Revelations 13:8. Jesus paid from before the foundations of the world. Everybody has worked on this, and everybody, I think, is still missing the mark a little bit. I think Ministry Revealed missed the mark a little bit. They want to go back to the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus was sweating great drops of blood, or as it were, great drops of blood, and they want to count from then. He was in the belly of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights. And I wonder, and this has been circulating in my head for many, many years, I wonder if the time wasn't split up, that Jesus did pay before the foundations of the world in order for any of this to exist, or anyone to ever be able to be saved from the very beginning. Because when Adam and Eve sinned, God came and made them coverings, which was coverings for their sin. He made them coverings of animal skins. And that means that he saved them. How do you save somebody before you pay the price? We live in a material world, And there are laws that were enacted that even Jesus followed when he was here. Part of the Red Sea, he walked on water, he caused locusts to come, he bends them, he can bend them, he's God, he can do whatever he wants. He spoke everything into existence. We can't even understand how amazing that is and how great that is until we get to heaven. Even then, we're going to spend eternity just realizing how amazing God is. So he alluded to Wednesday through Sunday, and that's just 3 days, and maybe it's possible, but I'm still leaning towards Jesus did pay for the sins of the world, and he did it a day and a half before the foundations of the world, and he did it a day and a half after the foundations of the world. I would be curious to do a study on a day and a half to see if those two can marry up together. And what Jesus did 2,000 years ago was so we could see it, but it had already been done. If you'll notice, Moses was not allowed to go into the promised land because he struck the rock twice. Those passages I gave you, if you read one of them is talking about dying twice. Jesus paid before the foundations of the world. The Bible clearly teaches that. And I just think that if we do some studying, again, the book of Daniel was sealed. This is new stuff. I heard this a long time ago. Another guy had discovered this, and I heard it, and I was like, what? And I've been waiting for somebody to really... He said it, he found a few verses, but I've been waiting for the book of Daniel to open. Once this book completely opens and all is revealed, because the Bible says it will be, then the end will come. I still think we're waiting on Damascus. Something terrible is going to happen in Damascus before he returns. Is he coming back? Right now it is the 29th. Ministry Revealed believes it's going to happen on the sometime between 28th and 30th. As of 10:05, it has become the 30th, or 10:06 Israel time, it's become the 30th. So, I don't know. We'll keep watching. We keep praying. We keep hoping in that. There's nothing wrong in hoping in a date. I wouldn't say it's going to happen, but I would say these are high watch days, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just keep on watching, because God tells you to watch. He tells you to watch, and he doesn't mean to, kind of give it a passing thought every now and again. He means to study, to search, to peel it back, to try to figure it out. And that's what we're doing. So remember to like and subscribe to this video. RepoMan64.